Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, my name is Brooke from Bees Budgets. If you're an existing subscriber, thank you so much for joining me again. Tonight we will be doing our boys binder and our new Halloween binder. So get your beverage of choice, get your snacky snack, and let's hop into it. All right, let's start with counting our money. Okay, and tonight we will be working with 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's get this into our cash tray. Turn the lights down a little bit. It was super bright in here. I'm not in the mood for all the bright lights. So let's get our bank bag out of the way. Let's go ahead and start off with our boys binder. So if you're new to my channel, this is a binder I've been working on for, I have 3 boys in my life and that live in my house. I have my son, Liam, which is a Capricorn. I have my fiance, Jake, which is a Virgo. And I have my dog, Ace, which is a Libra, who also shares the same sign as me. So let's go ahead and get into this. So I just have them separated out, as you can see by the star signs. And so let's go ahead and start off with Liam, which is our Capricorn. And I did not even get a scratcher. There we go. Sorry about that. All right. And for this comes from Budgeting with Ira. And so if you scratch it and you get the star, it's $5. If you get the sign, then it's $3. So let's go over here. And we got his, and that one is $3. 1, 2, 3. And then I am going to go ahead and pull his money out since it's all one big pile for all these games. Then we will count it in the end. Okay, and so then the next one is, this comes from TheHappyMailboxCo. I think it's TheHappyMailboxCo. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And our, good Lord. Lisa Grateful Me on YouTube, and then TheHappyMailboxCo on Etsy. And so this is a little alien one. I just picked one out each for the boys. And let's go ahead, and these are all just $5, so we'll just color in one of these little circles and save $5. Okay, and then this is his folder. So, and then these all have scratchers inside of them. So I chose one of mine that I made for each one of the boys, and so me and Liam both love otters, and so I had to choose my cute little otter for him. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the last scratcher here since I'm holding the scratcher tool. And we have $4. So I'm gonna take back a 1, grab a 5. Okay, and then next up is this hide and seek with Bigfoot, and this comes from BudgetNerdCo on Etsy and Reinventing Renee on YouTube. And we've already found Bigfoot, and Bigfoot was $5, and so we only have 1 scratch left on this one, so that makes it easy for decisions. And it was a $5. All right, and we completed one. Yay. Okay, so that one is completed. So this will go into my done folder when I'm done with the video. I won't put the money, I won't attach the money with it, just because it stays in Liam's folder. And so it'll just go in my done folder, and then that's when I go through them all and I re-sticker them or repurpose them for whatever I see fit. And then this one is also a little Superman. It came like in a 3-pack, a kids pack for from Happy Mailbox Co. And so these are just little, they had 3s, 2s, and then 3s left. So we will go ahead and mark off one of the 3s. And then this one only has 1 left too. I'm gonna have to start filling the boys' folders up. 1, 2, 3, and these I just use for extra. So I already have a budget that I set and save for when it comes to Christmas. And so usually what I do with these folders is if I want to get any one of the boys something extra. So either extra for Christmas, maybe their birthday, or maybe just 1 week. Liam's doing really good in school and I want to go get him an extra, just special gift. And that's where I would pull that from. So did I save that? Yes, I put the $3 in there. And then the last one is this small accomplishments, and this comes from the BudgetNerdCo as well, Reinventing Renee on YouTube, and they're just small little savings. And so just simple and easy. So we will scratch one, and this one only has one left as well. And that was a $2. Some of these ones. 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay. And then that will complete Liam's. So we will count up his money in his envelope. And he now has 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I did just buy him a Sterling engine with this money that was in here. He's been wanting one for a while. He's been really interested in them. So, like I said, I know school just started, but he's been so good and just, and I just felt like deserved a little extra something that he's interested in. So I purchased it with money in that envelope. That's what it's there for. So that now we are on to my fiance Jake, which is a Virgo, and we're gonna scratch this one over here, and that is his sign. And so that is $3. Let me get into his envelope and pull his money out here. And that was a $3. So 1, 2, and 3. And then moving, just rotating it all around. And he loves dragons, so I had to get this one from TheHappyMailboxCo. Beautiful, beautiful graphics. And it comes in a 3-pack. And so I've just been randomly crossing these off. Let's go ahead and do the 2 bubble here. So 2, 3, 4, 5. I have to think of a Christmas gift for Jake this year. I don't know. We're so hard to buy for, just because usually if we want something we get it. And neither one of us are big shoppers, and so usually if we want something, it's always something practical or something small, and so we just buy it, so which makes Christmas very, very hard. But that's the fun in it. Let's go ahead and roll a die for a roll and save. This is my beautiful crazy A6 roll, color, and scratch, and we got a 3. So I will write a 3 in one of these boxes for the roll and save part of this. So 1, 2, 3. Come on. Then on to his Bigfoot, and again, it comes from the BudgetNerdCo or Reinventing Renee on YouTube, and this one has 2 left. We've already found the Bigfoot, so let's just go right here. $8. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then his little Superman card, which this one only has 1. It's so funny how these are all kind of mix and matched. So $3. So 3, 4, 5. And that completes this one. That's 2 done challenges for tonight. We're doing good. And then this is his small accomplishments. This one's a $35 one from BudgetNerdCo and Reinventing Renee on YouTube. And we'll just go down the line, make it easy on us. Ooh, another $8. Jake's getting the big boy numbers tonight. So 8, 9, and 10. Come on. I'll just condense these when I'm done. Oh, I am done. All right, so that completes Jake's portion of this. So let's organize this money so then we can cash condense it all up of what we can. All right, so 2 10s, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20. All right, there's all my 20s. All right, so Jake's folder is now at 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, and 2. Sitting pretty good there. And then the last one is Ace. And so this is our German Shepherd. And he is my other boy. Scratch this one right here. And he got the star. And so I think I put all the littlest ones in his because really, oh, throws me off with this Budget with Ira one because it's backwards to what all my other ones are. So I have to keep doing flipperoonies, but that works. Pull his money out. And so his, I don't beef his up just because he has everything that he wants. Obviously I don't use his food or anything out of here. That's all budgeted in. So usually what this is for is a ball fund. That's what I joke about. That's why I made him his label in the balls. It's his favorite thing in the whole world. And honestly, it's more our fault than it is his. But we have a ravine next to our house. And so he plays fetch all day long, nonstop. And so when he, so the ball sometimes goes over in the ravine and gets lost to the abyss, to the forest. So anyway, so that's usually I'll pull out of here to buy some more or, you know, stock up on them. And this was one that I chose for him from TheHappyMailboxCo. And so it come in a 3-pack and there's like multiple, or obviously each one has a different animal and they have these little flowers on their head. I think they're so stinking cute. So let's go ahead and do a 2. One and 2. Okay. And then we will get into his. So for this one, let's go ahead and do a scratcher since it's the last scratcher on here, and I chose the panda for him because it's just a cute little panda. So 3, 4, and 5. Grab a 5. Then his Bigfoot has also already been found, so we will just go right here. 7. Man, all the big boy numbers tonight. It's not going to leave us very much to get started on our Halloween. So 5, 6, and 7. Then his little Superman one. He's only got $3 left. So we'll color in a 3 here. 1, 2, and 3. And then his small accomplishments, and this is a $15 one. It came in a 3-pack. I think it was either a 3 or 4. I think it was a 3-pack. And I put the lowest one in Aces and then mixed them between Jake and Liam. So for the other 2. Just because, like I said, Ace doesn't really need a bunch in his folder. That was $2. So that completes all of his. Let's see what he has in his envelope. Probably way too much, but that's okay. Better safe than sorry, huh? I don't want to use my last 10, so we'll keep those 5s in there. that works out because I like smaller amounts in this anyway. Okay. So Ace now has 20, 40, 50, 5, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is way too much in here for him. I probably won't stuff this one again for a while. That is a lot of bowls. 20, 40, 50, 65, 66, 67. Okay. So that completes his. All right, so that completes our boys binder for the night. And then let's see what we're working with here. 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull $50 from my savings challenge night because our savings challenges, I'm getting ready to close. I will be closing that one out here very soon because that is one that I was, for my savings challenge nights, I have like, I think I only have 4 left that aren't completed in there, but I always reset that one by the end of October, no matter if I've completed all the challenges or not, because that is my binder that I save for vacation. And so we always take our big vacation in January for my son's birthday, and so I like to get that in the bank and collecting interest and not sitting in the binder forever. So I'm gonna take $50 out of my savings challenges money that I have set aside for that to be stuffed on the next video. So because like I said, we're gonna be bringing that one to an end anyway. So give me just a second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I went ahead and pulled 60 because I had 110 put away for savings challenges, and like I said, there's no reason to stuff that full amount in there since I'm going to be resetting it after the next stuffing anyway. So to be honest, I probably shouldn't even do the next stuffing, to be honest. I should probably just cancel, or not cancel, but you know, clear it out. Maybe I might do. I'll think about it. You'll see in the next video what I chose to do. But I just think it's silly to stuff it because I had budgeted for it, and then when I get my paycheck, I pull all the money out for what I have budgeted for each one of my binders, and then I have it ready for video if I choose to do a video. I've been slacking on the videos, but I still behind the scenes always continue to cash budget. And so anyway, so I just think it's silly to stuff all of that just to then come back and clear it. You know what I mean? It just seems silly, but whatever. So I'm gonna add another 20, 40, 55, and 60 so that we can start our Halloween binder. And so Halloween binder, I don't know what I'm gonna use this for. I didn't really have a rhyme or reason for the Halloween. Savings challenges is always my vacation. Everything else is always sinking funds. Nothing else is specific. So I don't know, this will probably just go sinking funds, which, you know, sinking funds is the best one anyway, because that's a little bit of everything. Okay, so we are going to start with our horror mashup. This comes from SaveWithSydneyBear. This is, I believe, a 2024 version. Yeah, because I think I got it last year. Anyway, so I had placed the stickers on here, but you don't have to. You can see them however you want, and you roll 2 dice, and then it's a mashup. So you have the heads of the horror kids, and then the bodies of them. So it's a fun, cute little thing that she does. So let's go ahead and roll 2 dice. The black will be for the head, and the pink will be for the bottoms. So we got 6 and 6. So we have got Michael. So 6 and 6, so we will scratch a scratcher on each one of these. I'm gonna go over here. Like I said, I put these scratch offs on here. I bought these little circle, or these square little mini ones a long time ago, and I have yet to find a use for it, because I thought maybe I would want to make some challenges with squares, but I have not found a use for them, so they've been sitting there collecting dust forever. So I was like, hey, perfect opportunity. Because sometimes when you play the mashups and they have all the numbers out there, I have a really hard time choosing what I want. So scratchers just take all of that, you know, choosing away, and I like that. So we have $2 to start off our horror mashup. And again, this comes from a SaveWithSydneyBear. And then I put the rings on here just to make it like a little thing. And she has a bunch of different versions of the mashups. They're super cute. She has like an animal one and a jobs one. I have another one. I can't remember what I have now. Anyway, moving on. So next we will get into our Hocus Pocus folder. And so I played all these last year too. So a lot of these you may have already seen. And this comes from SpookyBudgets, and it's like tarot cards, but they're all of Hocus Pocus. And so I got this a long time ago too. I think this is my 3rd time playing this. So I'm not sure she still makes this version, but anyway. And I think I put the scratch offs on here. I can't remember because I reset it every year. Okay, so let's do what the tarot ladies do on TikTok and YouTube. So they shuffle like this until one comes flying out of here. Okay, that's not one. Let's choose that one. That did not go as planned. I feel like I did that last year way better. I'm a little rusty. We got the sun. Oh, I just embarrass myself all the time. I love it. We got a $7. And I always make sure I scratch these and clean these all the way up because like I said, I reuse them. So try to keep their integrity as much as possible. So $7. So 5, 6, and 7. And then here's my card she sent with it, and it was like X of pumpkins. Like she always sends a free tarot card. So normally when I put this in here, I always just put this in the back and then I put the done one behind it. It just kind of is a separator for me. I mean, obviously I'll know because the scratch off's been scratched off, but you know, I have to be extra. And then I broke the bag a long time ago. This is a well-loved challenge, but I love it. I don't, so I try to reuse what I can, but this one seems to be holding its true love because I've used it multiple times now. So then we also have from SpookyBudgets it's just a bunch of fun Hocus Pocus, and it's like a shut the box, but it comes with a die, and these are all the Hocus Pocus ladies. Make sure this is focused. Is she working? I think so. Anyway, and so you go line by line and you roll, and then if you roll until you don't get one of the icons or you don't have any of the icon left, and then you're supposed to pay this amount. And so she has put amounts next to them, but I always play this low budget, so I only pay per spot because sometimes your first roll you'll have to pay all of them. And I am not high rolling over here with this. So we're gonna start off with our die, and I'm gonna put it in the tumbler, and we got, now of course my brain's gonna take a fart. I can't remember the ladies' names, the witches' names. Okay, we got her. I'm gonna be kicking myself after this. And we do not have any of her on the line. She is this character right here. So that means we are out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we owe $5. Do you see why I don't pay the amounts? So $5. Man, I cannot believe I can't think of the 3 witches' names. I'm gonna be kicking myself later. Oh well. Alrighty. So that is our Hocus Pocus envelope done. We will get all that back in here with the money, and we have saved $12. Not a bad start. And then on to our next folder. So this one is one I created myself, and it's Ghostface or Scream, as you may know. It is my absolute favorite horror movie, and so I created myself one of these. And let's scratch off this one. 8, which happens to be my favorite number. Look at that. Starting off good. So I do not sell this one because it is I do not own the copyrights for the image, obviously. So 5, 6, 7, 8. So in my Etsy store, I only sell images that I own or that I have made myself. So, and then our next Ghostface one, this comes from SpookyBudgets, and it's No You Hang Up. This is also the second time I'm playing this one. SpookyBudgets just knows how to speak to my soul. She makes some awesome Halloween challenges. $1. Oh no, we're already out of ones. Let me get into my ones bank. Let's buy some ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do 10. Okay. And I owe this one $1. Okay, and then next comes from MLocheDesigns, Miriam, and she had sent me these over when there was a small little accident. It wasn't even a big deal on one of my challenges I had bought from her. And it was the pocket change challenge, and it was missing one scratch off sticker. It took me 2 seconds to fix it. But of course, she did not accept that as acceptable. And so she sent me over some freebies, and these ones I absolutely loved. And they're in a, like in a collection, and they're just spooky, like gothic-y. Oh, I just love them. So I am going to start with this one, and they're each $55, and so I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna throw them in here. If I get more than one done, awesome, but if not, then next year I'll just do the next one, and I'll probably reset these ones too because they are just absolutely beautiful. So let's scratch this one right here. We got 8. Look, my favorite number again. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Oh, just beautiful. Again, that comes from MLocheDesigns. And she, if you have not seen her YouTube channel yet, you have to. I mean, she is absolutely hilarious. I am like actually chuckling out loud when I watch her videos. She is so funny. So these are little mini mystery cards that I make and sell in my Etsy. And so I just put one of each one of my Halloween ones in here. Obviously, I probably won't get through them all, but I always, when I make Etsy stuff, I always set one off to the side for myself. So I'm going to start with this cauldron and this little ghosty latte. And yeah, I always just make sure I have something for myself, you know, as a reward. making stuff. So we have the ghosty mocha latte. Let's scratch this one off down here. And these are mysteries, so they have no denomination in the card. Like there's no certain amount. It's 1 through, it can be in any number 1 through 10. And yeah, they're just completely random. And a 7. Ooh-wee. So $10 here. Okay. Set those back there like that. Next is our VHS stack of savings. This comes from SpookyBudgets. Like I said, she just speaks to my heart. She makes some amazing challenges. And look, they have all of our retro Halloween VHSs stacked up as if they were on a shelf, and I have every version of her VH stacks of savings. She has multiple different versions of them, but this is the Halloween one, so we are going to start off with my absolute favorite on here, And that is going to be Goosebumps. I almost was like Hocus Pocus though. I do love Hocus Pocus, but I'm gonna have to go Goosebumps. I've got a whole folder for Hocus Pocus, so I'm still giving them love. But Goosebumps was definitely a staple in my childhood, so I have to pay them homage too. So $3 was that little guy. And then lastly is another one that I have made. This is actually my freebie for every order. So every order that I have on my Etsy, I include a freebie, and it's always a cup freebie, and they're random. But right now I have a bunch of these printed off. So these are the ones that have been going out with the orders. And so we're going to let's do this one down here. And again, I don't sell this one because I do not own the images. They are just a freebie. And then if you order anything over $35, you will receive 2 freebies and a beaded pin. So that sounds nice to you. Hop on over to my Etsy. I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, maybe I didn't need to pull so much from my savings. Let's go through and put a little bit more in, shall we? Let's do a little bit more in here, because this one I think is going to take a little while. There's a lot of options. So we have 2 for the head and 6 for the bottoms. So we have Hellraiser and Michael Myers. It's an interesting combination. And let's do 1 and 2. $12. So 10, 11. Let's see, what do I have in the... I gotta get by ones again? No, because then that won't work. I'm gonna say I'm gonna owe it $1, because I'm gonna see if maybe when we break those as we get going in this folder, if I can come up with another $1. Okay, so I try to remind myself I owe that one $1. So let's go back through and let's see how far we can get, shall we? These tarot cards, I remember some of these being pretty spicy. So let's do some more of these. Let's see if we can do better. Oh, look, one fell out already. That was a lot better. This is the Hierophant. I think that's how you say it. And it's the $8. It's the planchetta for the, with the eye, for the Ouija board. Man, words are just very difficult tonight. Actually, I shouldn't say that, because most of the time they're very difficult for me. Let's see, so 8, 9, and 10. So $10, and then I'll put this 10 back, and there's $20 even. Perfect. So then I can put my $1 back. I am going to skip the other Hocus Pocus game just because that one ends a lot faster than the rest, because it's only so many lines that you play with that die. So let's put that 20 back. So this one is now at $20. All right. And then let's do another one of our ghost face here. $6. So 6, 7, 8, of course. Oh wait, 9. Oh, let me put that, I'm gonna put that $1 in the Sydney Bear one right now so I don't forget it. $6, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're just gonna have an extra dollar in here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, so this one has an extra dollar in it. That works out. It's always good to have a little extra money. It's never a problem. And then let's do another one of these from the SpookyBudgets. $4. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna run into a problem again. Because there is no way I'm gonna be able to make change. I'm gonna make change for that 20 right now. Okay, I got in my 5s and 10s bank. Then I'm gonna go back in here, grab those 5 ones, put a $5 bill in there. There we go. All right. It's always hectic when you first start a binder that hasn't had like established change in it yet. Because it's like, I don't care how many ones you put in your tray to cash stuff. It's never enough. You never can get it right. Let's do another one here. This beautiful one from MLocheDesigns and Budgets. $2. Two, three, two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 5s and a 10. Okay. Working a little extra in here than just one scratcher, so that's a good start. Let's do just one of these. Come on. 3. One, 2, 3. So now that one's at 13. Okay. Drive me nuts. Then our VHS tapes. Okay, this one will go down here to Hocus Pocus. Look, I got to give my 2 favorite a little bit of love. I did like Casper too, but definitely wasn't up there with Goosebumps or Hocus Pocus. So it's $7 for that one. 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, and now just like that, we have so many ones. You never can get the denominations right. That's why I like to have my own little personal banks of my 5s, 10s, and 1s, because at the end of the video, I just go through and I just combine. Ooh, I cash condense everything. It just saves me so much running to the bank to get change, and it's so much better. So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, $8 left. Let's do this one up here by Ghost Faces. Face 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and then I'm going to take that leftover $4, and instead of risking an IOU, I'm just going to put that back into my envelope that I have set aside for my savings challenges until I decide if I'm even going to do my savings challenges in the next go around, or if I'm just going to reset it on the next go around. So I still need to decide. So that way we don't have an IOU starting off our Halloween binder. So that was a good start. Love it, getting in the Halloween vibes. I'm excited. So that is all I have for you guys. So if you haven't already and you would like to, please subscribe down below, become a member of my channel. If you liked the video, please give it a like, leave me a comment, and I'll see you guys on the next one. See ya!